Hey everyone, welcome back to some Wingspan gameplay, board game arena version, the version for the purest of Puritan Wingspan players. This is something that is going to be a little different than usual. One of the many nice aspects of the board game arena version of Wingspan is that every single game you ever played has been saved, and you can view any of your game's replays at any time. With a little digging, interface for finding games. It's fine, but it's not, as an analyst, it's not ideal. But one thing that I did was I went over my countless hundreds of games and found my highest scoring game. So that is what we're going to be watching currently. I was apparently ranked 373. It's so cool how much details it remembers. This is an opponent who had a ranking of 100, which basically means I played the games, but I have not necessarily won any games. So yeah, this is my highest scoring game. We're going to watch the replay. This is quite an old game. Well, maybe over 7 months or so old. So why don't we take a look at our starting hand and just go through it and see how it goes. Not a particularly surprising starting hand here. We have a bit of the Great Dream, Franklin's Gull in the starting hand, as well as two food producers. Some interest. By the way, I have not actually watched this game. I do know what my starting hand was, but I have yet to watch through the replay, so it's going to be interesting for both of us to watch this guy. Franklin's Gull and Fish Crow. My gosh, how well does that pair with Fishery Manager, one of the highest scoring points and bonus cards there is. White-faced Ibis as well might be tempting, but my guess is I don't keep it. There's lots of other big scoring fish birds out there. So yeah, back in the day, I like to say that if you get two card draw and two food producers out of your grasslands, that's kind of like the best thing you can hope for. And here we see it right here with the gull, the crow, and the hummingbird. So we could not have asked for much of a better start. I do remember once when I got a better start when it was that wren that you play in the forest, Carolina wren, I believe it is. You play it in the forest and you get two cards, draw two cards, and it just happened to be that um, I had the card in my starting hand and there was a raven and either a killdeer or a gull in the tray, which meant I could play the Carolina wren, pick up the two cards. I had, four food total because I had starting card was the wren, which means I could play the wren and then the raven, lay eggs on the wren for the food for the gull. So that was a pretty epic starting hand. I think that must be your best starting hand, but apparently I scored better with this starting hand. So we're going first. The only other observation I'll make is that I see that eggs in the forest is the first end of round goal, and I don't foresee getting anything in the forest this first end of round goal. So uh, also, but eventually I think that we'll get some eggs in the wetland before the end of the second round. So let's just go to our first. Oh, we keep the life, so that's interesting. Let's slow us down a little bit, and it is causing. So we need to reach, unfortunately. This is one of the things that happens. I think we're going to have a card stuck in the center of our screen. We got to scroll way down here. It's going to do its little error. Okay, and then it's going to look like it's going to stay there, but really it's just going to stay until the first card is played. So Passerine Specialist was not what we grabbed. We grabbed Fishery Manager. And what did we do? It looks like we just grabbed a food, a fish. Oh, I guess that's what we needed to get our fish crow down. So, interesting. I hope we're going to get our hummingbird down first. But we did secure that fish for the fish crow eventually. Again, once the first opponent grabs Yeah, opponent grabs an expensive. Oh no, what did you grab? Oh, I grabbed the Cooper's Hawk. Not a terrible play. Now I suspect we're going to play that hummingbird. Yep. Okay, and there we go. And that will fix our error. What is my opponent up to? And now I suspect we're going to grab one food from the hummingbird. Play our fish grow. Opponent grabs another card. Let's see here. From the deck. So yeah, you can see my opponent is not the strongest, smartest player. There we go. And let's see. We grab the grub. Nothing wrong with denying that grub. Opponent grabs a cherry and proceeds to play a bird. The Cooper's Hawk goes down. Of course, little does he know, our fish crow is going down next, which will then be preceded by the Franklin's gull, I am sure. Opponent grabs some food, eats a Buick's wren, and we're just going to get this food for this gull, I am sure. Egg capacity is already filled up, so a little bit, you know, a little bit scary there, but I see that there is a burrowing owl. Maybe we grab the burrowing owl. Down goes a bonus card bird from my opponents. They got rid of a bird feeder. Not a bad idea on their part, but playing that bonus card bird that early, we shouldn't really critique our opponent's moves this game. Let's focus on what we're doing here. So here we go. We've got our 2-card draw and our 2 food out of the grasslands. Good old power birds. Find ourselves a great egret, fantastic draw. And look at that, the grackle, also a fantastic bird for our grasslands because we're having tons of excess cards. All that we need now is omnivore. The first 4 cards are going to be omnivores. Next up, we play that grackle. Excellent. Man, that's going to be nice. I'm sure we're not going to tuck anything this first turn, but that will be scoring us a lot of points. Unsurprisingly, we got nothing in the forest, but yes. Could you ask for much more in this start here? 2 points here, an extra egg for all of our egg-consuming birds. Opponent's doing, who cares? Who cares what our opponent's up to? That's not what we're here to see. This will be very much a game where I don't pay much attention to my opponent, I am sure. Let's see what we go for next. We've got tons. Oh, we're going to grab a bomb. We got tons of high-scoring birds, but they're very expensive. So we will see if we have, if that's what we go for next. We do need eggs in the wetlands next. Opponent has 2 spaces. Let's see if we get it done. Just probably going to tuck that vulture. Not a bad move. Dark-eyed Junco is another good bird for the grasslands. Getting that just extra food plus a point. That is pretty good. Let's see if I go for it. I suspect I don't. I don't know if I was that big of a fan of a Junco back in the day. My fondness of the Junco really came later. My opponent getting more birds for their wetlands, doing just fine. Let's see if I grab a grain here. Nope. This day and age, I might have. Although there is that next end of round goal. So that's one thing that I would have done differently, most likely. And apparently I should have stuck to how I used to play and scrap that Junco. Because this is my highest scoring game, of course. Interestingly, what are we doing with these grubs? Oh, we need a fish. Oh, wait, we got the food now, so I forgot that I thought I got distracted by the woodcock. Thought I might have been going for the woodcock there, but my opponent's not doing anything too exciting. We are just running that grassland. Here comes that big double play. We have now successfully maxed out our fishery manager, so cannot complain about that. Opponent just getting some eggs down. We are up by 9 already, not bad. So now what's our next plan of attack going to be? I would suspect it's going to be getting this woodcock down. But you know, you never know what the gull will turn up next. There's this Cerulean Warbler. I wonder if I go for that. I don't know if I would have been that excited about that card back in the day. I'm still not super excited by it. It's only a 4-point card after all. But let's see. I suspect I'll be holding on to it and waiting for some play another bird cards. That sounds like me. Opponent laying more eggs, trying to get that compete for that end of round. They only have 4 though, and we have 5, so it looks like we are going to squeeze out that end of round goal, which is awesome. Clearing out our, oh, we play the Peregrine Falcon. That's a good move for sure. More points for us. A full grassland by the end of round 2 is, yeah, pretty darn strong. And here we go. We eke out that, especially the Peregrine Falcon. It's the most likely predator to win, to hit 100 centimeters or less. Hey, Baltimore Oriole, and I grabbed the king rail. So I guess I'm not that opposed to bonus card birds. Looks like this Cerulean Warbler might be on my radar instead of the Baltimore Oriole. I think we're just going to be gathering cards here. Both of the, I would have gone for that cherry. Oh, look at that red-eyed vireo. You know I'm going to pick that up. So let's see how this goes. How's our boldness situation? We've got 2, 4. Hey, just play it. I don't bother to grab that vireo yet. I've definitely gobbled that up. Modern day Amol would have just nabbed it. I guess I was interested to see what it might be. Opponent, not doing a lot. I suspect that this shoveler is going to go. Yeah. Now let's hope I get that vireo this time. I think I want the egg space maybe. How's my opponent's? He's got 4, 6. So we have 3, 5, 7 now. Could have been my motivation. But still getting that vireo down would have helped even more. So hard to say. Caston's Finch shows up. We need to find, we've got ourselves a barn owl, which is a 7-point bird with our bonus card. Let's see what, and we grabbed a fish, so I guess we're going for the king rail at this point. We get rid of that owl, despite it meeting one of our bonus cards. That cormorant's gonna go soon, I am sure. Not of much use to us. So far this is feeling like a strong game, but not the largest score ever kind of a game. I would have expected to hold on to that egret for a blue heron. So I get a triple play. Playing the warbler without the vireo was interesting. What do I do next? Down goes the king rail. When we've got eggs and bowls, we really should have gotten down that vireo. But we do pick up a nice wildlife gardener bonus card. Interesting game. Of course, it is not surprising that it's just running a grassland engine, and playing high value cards. Hopefully we still get this end of round goal this turn. I saw many avenues to do so, let's see if we eke it out. My opponent, yeah, is not really filling any of them up, so I am not surprised. Here's an interesting, I do not clear out my Grackle. I guess I'm holding on to that space for the end of round. And again, if we got that Vireo down, probably wouldn't have had to do that. We get the House Finch, which I doubt will get played. Well, opponent does get a Raven finally. A little late in the game, about to enter into the final round. We have 78 points. What's going down? Okay, here we go. Finally getting this Vireo down into Cassin's Finch. Another boldness. Oh, we get Viticulturalist, but we don't use it. We go with Historian. That's interesting. We would have gotten 3, and how much? We got Cassin's, Franklin's. It's only a 4-point card, but I guess that'd be more than having 3 3 cherry-eaten birds. Let's see what else comes our way. I suspect we are wise enough to get this end of round goal, and we are, so that's good. Player puts down a woodpecker. There's sadly no grain in the bird feeder form. We continue our engine. There goes a nice bonus card bird. Nab ourselves a cherry. Huh. Yep. That Oriole is next on our list. Already at 94 points with 4 turns left. Opponent building out his grasslands. A little late for that. But he'll get a few good turns in. Just like a good Boy Scout. And here's, this is interesting. We are filled up on our Grackle. For some reason, we are not spending the, oh, there we go. Now we are. Well, I guess our 4 bonus cards are going to win the game here. So it looks like we're just going to put down our Oriole and probably run our engine after that. Doesn't look like there's much else for us. Our third to the final round, we get down that Baltimore Oriole, clear out our Grackle. That will help us with the final end of round, of course. Not that I suspect we need it. We have so many ground nests. I mean, platform nests. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quite a few themselves, but looks like we have more. Yep, I think it's just going to be running the engine at this point. A very strong scorer. Skipping. I would have, I don't know, I haven't done the egg count, but I might have grabbed a food for that. We've got, let's see if we fill up our eggs completely. It looks like we've got 2, 3. Looks like we're going to fill it up no matter what. So we might have even be able to grab a food with that crow. Here we go. Looks like all is full now. So that's always a nice feeling. And there we go. We do nab that final end of round, unsurprisingly 126 before the bonus cards. And after the bonus cards, our score will be Dun dun dun. 149. The highest score I have achieved on Wingspan. 1 point away from 150. Watching the game again, I'm not blown away by my play. I saw a few things that I would do differently for sure, but that just shows you the power of a fantastic starting hand involving power birds. Had a Franklin's gull and then a couple food generators. Just absolutely did the trick. So there we go. I will probably be doing some other games from my past. We will see. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that one. The 149 is not going to break any records, but it's also not a score you see every day. So thanks for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one.